1217 Stratton Avenue here in the city of Florida. You know, I just want to shed some light on some things, because I think there's some things being conveyed that I think is not being conveyed correctly, and I think that the citizens need to be aware of this. You know, Mr. Jones is not the first and the only city manager that the council has forced to resign or make a drastic attempt to terminate. Now, I've been here in the city for a long time, but not as long as Mr. Griffiths or any native resident. And I've seen a lot of things. I've been here from the very beginning when we had the first city manager, Mr. Sherwood, was served for quite some time until his retirement. Then we hired Mr. Yarborough, which he served for several years before moving on. And he was followed by Mr. Hester, which unfortunately passed away while he was still employed with the city. But ever since Mr. Hester, there seems to be some controversy with city managers. And I say this to say that, you know, and it's not because the city manager didn't have the capacity to do the work. You know, that selected council members that were always looking for stuff. You know, and I find it highly, highly disappointing as a public servant staying in their lane. You know, there is as according to our city charter, there is a lane for management and there is a lane for elected officials. But when elected officials entrench on the management, then I perceive that as an issue, because it hinders the day-to-day operations of the city as a whole, of these activities. And there's, you know, I've stayed here for the last 5 months. And I've been a part of this council. I was a part of bringing Mr. Redmond here in this city. Not because we were looking for city managers. Mr. Jones was not the city council's first choice to replace our previous city manager. He was the second choice. You know, and the reason he was the second choice, because our first choice was dictated to council when he wanted to come to work. And I made it, and I spoke up at that, and I spoke up for that. No potential employee should be dictated to the employee when they're going to come to work, when we had already had established parameters. He was supposed to be here in January 2014. And he informed the council that he wanted to come later in January. And it was with my recommendation then that, hey, we need to terminate this and move on to our next second candidate. And that was, by the way, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones came to us highly recommended, highly qualified. You know, and ever since he's been here, it seems like he's been under scrutiny. You know, it's not because he don't know what to do. It's because selected council members won't allow him to do what needs to be done. And I'm a candidate for mayor. And I'm saying this, I don't care if you vote for me or not. It doesn't matter. The matter of the fact is, it's what's right. It's doing what's right. Everybody look around, you're humans. You got things and you got feelings. But you do a good job.
Mr. Murphy, could you please address up here, please? Thank you.
I don't have to look directly at you, Mayor.
I'll say 30 seconds.
Okay. But I'm just saying this, you know. I think what is going on, it needs to stop. And a lot of the intimidation I hear some of these staff members come up here and talk about, and I'm assuming that they are alluding to Mr. Jones. But I caution you, there are some council members sitting right at this table that can be accused for the same thing. But I bet you not one of them will tell you who they are. But they are sitting at this table.
Thank you, Mr.
And
Smith.
nobody's taking action on that, but they're taking Mr. Jones for the fall guy.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
think it's sad
Thank you,
and
Mr.
sorry.
Smith.
It's a poor excuse for a public
Thank you, Mr.
official.
Smith.
Mayor. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mayor.